Jones here. It is Wednesday, the 7th of February, 2018, and it is a wonderful day. Some of you have talked to me online a little bit recently in the past 24 hours, have heard me talk quite a bit about that guy that put a car in space, blowing my mind over here, and really, for all intents and purposes, it's just a car statue. Probably, not just all the fluids removed, but everything possibly movable has surely been sealed. Then they went and stuck a live cam on it, which was interesting as heck, although the battery was only supposed to last for 12 hours, and I think the stream only went on for a handful. Still, amazing stuff. Probably the coolest car commercial I've ever seen, and the potentiality is amazing. So much so that I let it take over today's vlog. I feel like I could talk about this quite a bit in depth, and I'm not going to talk about it too in depth, but I will say that the idea of, it's just a test to test the propulsion system and make sure that it could happen. But if you're going to test, you might as well, put something fun out there as well. And I know some people are worried about, well, hey, there's plenty of space junk around here anyway, we don't need one more thing. Well, that's the beauty part, is because then it gets pushed out to Mars. As a matter of fact, they already made the burn to send it onto the interplanetary trajectory, and it will basically loop past Mars to the asteroid belt, and then come back around and Mars will capture it. All of that fun stuff. Like I say, I don't want to go into depth, but again, the concept that you can send something from here to the other planet, just like it was over the river and through the woods, makes it a very interesting time to be alive, I guess. And the potentiality that in the future this is not just going to be a roadster and a mannequin in a spacesuit. This is going to be first empty rovers and empty spacesuits and tools and everything, and then you will have people follow that and attempt to colonize another planet, potentially in my lifetime. This is awesome. This is awesome. This is worth stop the vlog, talk about this. But no, I think 3 minutes is plenty of length for free Elon Musk promotion. But really, the whole concept, it's just blowing my mind over here. A freaking car floating around in space with the top down, and old dude's just like, hey, let's go for a ride. I like it. I like it a lot. But to make sure that I don't take the whole vlog up on that subject, I chose a different song completely than anything to do with space. In fact, I'm going way back to the late 90s when we were playing with a group called Row 6. I say we, you guys have met Mississippi Fuzz. And him and I and my younger brother kind of had this little folk trio where we were all kind of writing songs together and separately and bringing them together and making great music with multiple voices and stringed instruments and all kinds of fun stuff. And in there's a few of those songs, we kind of shut the book on that and don't really deal with a lot of those songs too much on a regular basis. But a couple of those riffs, just my hand keeps remembering, and it will, before I know it, I'm all of a sudden jamming some of these riffs, and they happen like that all throughout life since then. And this is a song that has stuck around with me since then and over the whole length. There's some of those songs I probably would have to struggle for weeks to remember, even with a recording of what the song goes like. But this one I don't need to struggle at all. In one part, because it is what we call a steady. It's just the same riff over and over, and it's a fun little riff, but it doesn't really deviate. And the fun thing to do is you let that kind of drone play, and then you use your deviations vocally, where you have a verse part, and then you do a different thing on the chorus, and then you come back to your verse, and the whole time you have the exact same music going underneath. It's a concept. I'm not sure that everybody else calls it a steady, but we call it a steady, and we use that trick quite a bit. I say quite a bit, maybe a handful of times over the course of our writing so far. Several handfuls. A steady's pretty fun, because all you got to do is, get your muscle memory, so your hand remembers what's going on, and then you shut off that part of your brain and just think about the words. Let me just play it for you. Puppet strings and other things that fade away. Back to the day that you used me, those days that you knew me. And I would do anything, yes, I would do everything to help you hurt me. You don't deserve me, yeah. Why would you ever want to leave from all the comfort of your friends? Hurt to breathe, stand alone again. You think it hurt to try? Could I be there by your side? I'm not sure where we're going, but I'd enjoy the ride. You walk through that open door just like you did before to help me see. Everything, yes, I would drop anything. I think you call me a friend. I think I am a friend. I know I am your friend. Why would you ever want to leave from all the comfort of your friends? You think it hurt to breathe, to stand alone again. You think it hurt to try? Could I be there by your side? Where we're going, but I'd enjoy the ride. Said you're my best friend, and now you're my good friend. You're my only friend. Now you're my best friend. Said you're my good friend. You're my only friend. These sentences, they never change. Why would you ever want to leave from all the comfort of your friends? You think it hurt to breathe, to stand alone again. You think it hurt to try? Could I be there by your side? I'm not sure where we're going, but I'd enjoy the ride. So, that song is, what was that song called? I don't even know that I can recall the name of it right now, because they go through so many different things. You could call it many different things, but it had a specific name that wasn't relative to... I'll think of it, and I'll just send you guys some text messages and let you guys know what's going on there. No, that was old Row 6 songs from back in the day. One of the guys is going to be texting me as soon as this goes live. Dude, here it is. In fact, you could probably look at my Facebook and see one of them going, who knows? But that was what it was. Anyway, this has been the CFJ vlog for the 7th of February 2018. The guy put a freaking car in space. A freaking car in space. It's just like cruising to Mars. It's just like... Put a freaking car in space. Okay, I'm Catfish Jones. You guys have been awesome, and maybe next time I'll think of an ending. Until then, cheers.